Gabriel Iglesias, thanks for coming back
Gabriel
to us.
Iglesias, yes. I'm here. I'm trying to follow in the footsteps of Canelo. I walk in and Ellen's wearing a Canelo hat, and I'm like, oh, really? Really? What is it, Mexican Independence Day weekend here? Let me show him my support for the Raza.
No, but I love this man. I got to host his handprint ceremony. And so I was posing for photos with him after. And he's just a brick, right?
He's solid.
Solid. And when he would just move a little bit, everything ripples. The muscles go. It's the weirdest.
I was gonna say I'm fat. Everything ripples when I move too. So I'm like, yeah, I guess maybe I can't take them on. Yeah, no, the guy's shredded. He is shredded.
Oh,
Yeah.
As I think my niece would say, he's snatched.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the word now, right?
Snatched.
Yeah, my
Snatched
niece said I
that
need to work
waist.
out so I can be snatched for Hawaii, and I'm like, that doesn't even sound right. And if I'm saying something wrong, please let me know. I'm almost 50.
Well, let's talk about One Night Only. You and Joe. So how does this work?
Yeah, that's the announce, right?
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
very
yeah.
very
Let's actually
anticlimactic
announce
right
it
there.
before-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canelo, he's awesome. So tell me about you and Joe.
No.
Gabriel Iglesias, Joe Coy, One Night Only at SoFi.
SoFi, that's right. Joe Coy and myself. It's people have their ideas. We've been trying to go back and forth. How do you promote an event like that? Joe Coy and I are good friends. I keep saying Joe Coy because when you just say Joe, there's so many Joes. You have to
Yeah.
be very specific about who you're talking about. Our manager's name is Joe,
Okay.
so it's always like Joe Coy. So okay, Joe and I are friends, and we've been popping in on each other's shows for the last few years. So if he does a show at the Forum, I'll pop in for a little bit, and and he'll do the same if I'm performing at the Honda Center or something. It's so we'll always jump in on each other's shows, and the reaction from the fans has been so positive. Where it's like, dude, I think we should just like do a show together. But it's kind of pointless to do it on a not to sound like a douche or nothing, but at an arena because we can both sell out arenas. So we had
Right.
this idea of like, hey man. I pulled off a stadium. I think if the two of us got together, we could probably do it again.
Yeah.
And
sure.
so he got excited, I got excited, and then we basically said, all right, let's give it a go. And so now the two of us in March of 2026, we're gonna be co-headlining SoFi Stadium for
That
one
is-
night only. The two of us are gonna feel what it's like to be Taylor Swift.
This is a great idea.
We're gonna park where we want to park. We're gonna eat what we want to eat. We're just gonna go out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluffy, you're always groundbreaking.
You really are.
You really are. You like you get these ideas. Will you be like the first comedian in space to do a set in weightlessness?
You know what's funny? That's been a running joke for a while. Like, what are you gonna make friends with Elon? You're gonna go up in the rocket? You're gonna
Yeah.
go do a set? Go do a tight five? What are you gonna do? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, the fact that Dodger Stadium happened was like I should have retired after that one right there, but I can't leave well enough alone. So now that we have this opportunity to do something bigger, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's really cool knowing that no one's done it. And, we're calling it the biggest comedy show ever.
It
Because it
is.
really is. And
It
you can't
really
argue it,
is.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
As long as people show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
If
will.
If no one
They
shows
will.
up,
I don't
biggest
think you're
comedy
gonna have
failure
a
ever.
One night only,
Whatever it is,
come
it's going to be the
on.
biggest. I'm just saying, it's going to be the biggest, no matter what it is.
Like, how do two comedians come together and combine their acts into one great night?
So it would be two full sets,
Okay.
and then of course he'll have a guest, I'll have a guest, and I'm totally cool with if he wants to go first, if he wants to go second, whatever the case, I'm happy to just be doing the show. And then of course we'll sneak in our, he'll bring in a friend, I'll bring in a friend, and it'll turn into one of those things where it's like, wow, there's like 19 people on the show because the two of us, we always want to hook somebody up, but. No less than 4 hours of a show. So anybody that shows up, you're gonna get at least 4 hours. 90 minutes from Joe, 90 minutes from myself, and then our guest. So get ready.
Your
It's
name
gonna
does
be a
come
long
first on
night.
this. Gabriel Iglesias and Joe Coy. And if you were doing the alphabetical, it would come first anyway.
Nice.
That's what the White Lotus. Did you watch this?
Oh my god.
Okay, so they all got paid the same amount, and they went alphabetical for credit so that everyone was the same.
You always want to ride that sensitivity because do you put and? Because that was a conversation too.
Yeah.
Is it one name and the other? But then it's like if you put the first name and, then you're saying that the second person is not as important as the first. So it's like, oh my God, like I didn't think we'd have to do this.
Yeah.
Joe Coy and I are such good friends, and we're so cool and easygoing with each other.
Yeah.
I'm seriously just trying not to make it a business thing. I just want us to have fun
Uh-huh.
and all egos aside. So that's why, hey, you go first, I go first. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we're doing it.
Yeah.
But on the promotion, they took out the and so it's just my name, his name, and then there's a dot in between.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
This way, we're there. We're
Yeah.
equals for the show.
Yeah. The real question, though, aside from the how this all plays out, the scheduling and such, how many tequila bottles will be consumed that night?
So I kind of learned my lesson after performing at Dodger Stadium that, there's a hard out on the schedule. There's a certain time the show needs to be over, and you want to make sure you stick to your time so that you don't
Get fined.
because
Yeah.
my fine was stupid.
Which fine is bigger, Dodger Stadium or Staples? I wonder.
Oh, there's no question. Dodger Stadium's
Dodger.
fine is insane.
Yeah.
Staples Center fine is probably $25K if you go
Okay.
over. Whereas Dodger Stadium's
six
fine
figures.
was $250,000.
Oh my
Yes,
God, I had no idea
I
it
tell
was
people
that
I'm the
big.
reason they could afford Otani. I went over and they're like, let's call Japan.
Oh my God.
We're getting them. So they're probably. I mean, there will be a celebration, but it's going to be behind the scenes where we won't. There's no issues with money, but
Yeah.
I'm just excited. It's like. It's basically like the comedy version of WrestleMania.
Yes,
It's
sir.
these
Yeah.
two big stars coming together for one night, and I think you have to make it just one night so that it's special.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's not a whole tour. It's just one night. It's in our hometown. We're both from here. Let's make it happen.
I also want to congratulate you on your handprints in the cement.
I got
at
no
TCL.
ripples that day, but you know what? I'm no Canelo, but I know there's just
Now
there's
we
so
can
many
go visit
things going
you.
on.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, it was very surreal when I was approached for this because people ask the question, how do you get this honor?
Yeah. How do you?
And so I was approached by the owners of Dolby, the Chinese, and basically the bulk of Hollywood Boulevard. And they're like, look, we're big fans. We think what you do is incredible. We've been following your career, and we would like to give you this honor. And for me, it felt awkward because I said, I appreciate it, but I'm not a movie star. And they're like, we agree you're not a movie star, but you are a star.
Oh.
And so I feel more honored that I'm the first comic to get it who's just in as a comic. I'm not, there's been other comedians that have gotten the honor, but they're also movie stars,
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
it's Eddie Murphy or Kevin Hart or Robin. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yes.
like to just get in there for only comedy, I think is like, wow.
See, another groundbreaking move that you've made.
So
in your
that was
career.
pretty awesome.
You
And
were Speedy Gonzalez, though, so
you can throw that in there.
Yeah.
it's a credit.
I mean, there was no mouse
huge.
prints on the cement or nothing, but. And by the way, I used to make fun of the way people would write their names, and I'm
Yes.
like, these people do not know how to write. I made fun of the way Canelo wrote his name
It's
because
hard
it's all.
with that cement, right?
So I'm like, man, he's been hit too many times. You don't know how to write. And then they hand me the stylus because it's basically a plastic pen, and then you start writing on the cement, and you realize immediately that it is not easy. The cement builds up on the tip of the stylus, and then you find yourself having to start over. So it looks like a 3-year-old wrote their name in cement. And I'm like, how the hell did Clint Eastwood do cursive? He must have had a pro go in and redo it after because I couldn't do it. So I'm like writing all... I was going to write cursive, but I'm like, nope, you got to just print.
Sticks.
What a big honor, though. Wow. Like,
But
what's
super awesome. And my favorite thing to say that day was that, when I'm gone, like, whenever that is, I know that this will live on. And I told people that day, I go, hey, when I'm dead, don't visit me at the cemetery where I died. Come visit me right here where I lived. Put your hands on my hands, feel that
Yes.
energy. And when you put your hands on my hands, you'll realize I had little bitch hands. So you can be like, oh my God, his hands are so small. feel how smooth that cement was. My hands are not rough at all.
Fluffy? This is important. His hands and feet. What size shoe?
What size shoe? 11 and a half. I did not put my shoes I did not put my
Okay.
shoes because I wanted more space to write.
Okay.
Plus, I feel like it was more of a thing back in the day to put your shoes because the shoes were nice. People
Yeah.
dressed a certain way
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yes.
So it was shoes. Now, I don't. People don't need to see New Balance on the cement.
Yeah,
Like
right.
really, Fluffy? You're wearing them dad shoes over there. It's like, I couldn't take the time. So I figured, let me leave my shoes out. And if I went barefoot, that'd be different.
Yeah.
But
that's
I'm not
true.
trying to.
Yeah. We're so proud to know you. So Gabriel Iglesias, Joe Coy, one night only. This is SoFi Stadium, one night only. And we're such huge supporters of yours. And we're just, I don't know, we're just so proud of you, everything that you've done. And they just keep coming. The hits keep coming.
Thank you. I know it's weird. It's like, oh, you're here for another announcement. Wow, here's another announcement. I'm like, man, do I sound like an ass coming in here every time? Like,
No,
I gotta
we
tell you guys
beg
about
for
this.
you.
And then this happened.
No.
Yeah.
And by the way, we have to say you look really great. You
Yeah.
look great.
Thank you.
Are you feeling good?
No, I showered, shaved,
Yeah.
deodorant,
Yeah.
cologne, all that.
Okay, we have another birthday coming up, and you are legendary for your birthday. So, are you doing any groundbreaking this year at your birthday?
Okay, so if
Celebration.
I do the invite, I'm going to tell you, but if I do the invite, you got to come.
Okay.
All right?
Can we talk about that
Yeah,
stuff really quick?
that's what we wanted.
Go ahead, Joe.
Wait, what's the actual date of your birthday?
The actual date of my birthday is July 15th.
Okay.
And it's in the middle of the week. And I will actually have my birthday on the actual day.
On the actual date.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't
not
do one
going
of
to do the
these.
weekend. No, I work weekends. I got to make money to pay for that
Right,
party.
Yeah.
We've been pent up with energy over here because we got to go to one of your parties. And another thing you should be known for are your parties.
Yes.
Like, it was the best time. I stayed following one of the vendors that you had there, the papa people, whoever made the giant
The
baked potatoes.
Oh,
Oh my
those
gosh.
are the showstoppers.
They go all around Southern California, and I literally follow them on Instagram
does.
just because of your party.
Because of you.
It's a
So good.
bowl, and they put a baked potato in it, and then they fill the potato with anything you can think of. So it's whether it's carne asada, carnitas, whatever the
Yeah.
protein that they have, they pimp it out, and everybody always says, "Will you be having the potatoes?" and
Will
yes,
you?
yes,
Yes.
of course. Oh, my 47th
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
The problem with it though is that going to a fluffy party is it spoils you, and then the next year it's like if a different round of people made it, and you're like, you know what's going on there, you want it, you need to be there.
I
didn't make the list.
I love surrounding myself with happy, just good people. I don't invite just anybody to come out to the thing. Everybody that shows up is in a good mood. We've never had any issues. We've never been no fights. No, hey, you need to get out of here. You need to act right. Everybody's just such, positive energy.
Yeah.
And
Well, you
when
put
you
it out
feed
there.
when you feed people the way I feed people, I'm really good at that. It's a gift. It's a gift. Watch. Talk about some of the other food.
Oh God,
This way, it's not me saying it.
I know.
The micheladas. Those were really good. The bar.
I don't even. I mean, it was just one stand next. I mean, it was like going to the LA County Fair. And
So my 47th birthday was Lucha Libre theme.
Yes.
And everybody had to show up in some type of costume. So just make it more fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's Lucha Libre. And
Yes.
so, and it's funny because Joe Coy got the memo that it was a wrestling event, not Lucha Libre. And so he didn't distinguish between the two. And he showed up with this Canadian beer hat, and like a trucker jacket. And we're like, what are you?
yeah. What was? I thought the same thing.
And
What
so
was his logic?
His logic was he was trying to be like an alternative wrestler.
Okay.
And he just wound up looking drunk. Like he looked like somebody we
good.
should have carried off the premise. But the parties are so much fun. We have music, and then we'll play poker. The big thing is loteria now. So we'll have everybody playing loteria, and the prizes. We'll just start up in the prizes. Like I had a Super Bowl party, and we started off with $50 prizes, and then it jumped to 100, and then Joe Coy was there, and he takes the mic, and then we just started playing. And before I knew it, we were giving out $4,000 prizes.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, Joe, what the hell, dude? Gabe, you got the money, Gabe. Come on, Gabe. Gabe, I got Venmo. I'm like, dude.
Can you Venmo $4,000?
Joe Coy was Venmoing people money because I'm like, dude, we're trying to make this friendly. There's people ready to punch each other for their cards to play. We're trying to play a friendly game here. And so it wound up stealing the night, us playing Loteria.
Oh, God.
And it was pretty memorable, though.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Pretty memorable.
That's
Awesome.
great.
But yeah, this next party I'm planning is going to be July 15th, and it will be 80s theme.
Okay.
That's
fun.
going to be the theme.
Neon clothing.
And it's funny that we were talking about Rick D's earlier because part of me wants to reach out to Rick and say,
Do
hey,
it.
man.
Yeah.
He's right
Oh,
here. He
yeah.
lives right
you know,
here.
have
He's
him
in
host
Toluca.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
he
that would be so cool.
Love
That would be
it.
awesome.
He should. You could do a countdown and everything.
All of that.
Yeah, that music too. I mean, that's what you
hey,
grew
I'll bring
up
Disco
to.
Duck out of retirement. I'm out there.
Yes, yes.
And there's so many things that I feel are lining up organically. Like I'm supposed to do this Comic-Con in Texas, and the people that are on Comic-Con with me, it's D. Snyder and David Hasselhoff. I'm like, and we're
There's
gonna be next
more.
to each other. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna line these guys up. This is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be Snyder and Hasselhoff, the Hoff together.
That's so
So,
good.
so yeah, it will be totally 80s, and I'm gonna ask everybody to dress 80s style.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I love it.
That's
All right,
But
you're-
anyway, so officially, you are all invited
Thank
in this
you.
room.
Yay.
I will give all the info.
July 15th,
Yeah.
here
Hope
we
you can make it.
come.
Are the potatoes
Yeah.
invited?
The potatoes will be there. Word. Promise.
You're so busy. We asked Madonna this question. What is the one thing in life that you need, but you can't, you don't have the time to go get it or buy it or whatever? Like her answer was
A toaster.
it was a toaster oven.
yeah, toaster.
Like,
oven.
you know those everyday little things where you're like, oh, I'm so busy, but I need this. What is it in your life that you need that you just can't quite?
I feel like
Take the
anything that I really need, I have.
Yeah.
It's more so a want.
Uh-huh. What do you
When
want?
ooh. This is
You
gonna
want another
sound
Chihuahua?
crazy. I don't have an Amazon account. I've never had an Amazon account because I know me.
Oh,
yeah.
I know me, and
Yeah.
if I have an
Yeah.
Amazon account, it's gonna be just like it's gonna look like a homeless shelter in front of my place because there's just gonna be cardboard boxes to the rafters everywhere.
Yeah.
There's that
I
dreaded
can't deal.
order again button.
So
too.
if I
It's
see
too
something
easy.
on TikTok, I'm like, ugh. Like I just saw a GI Joe set, like like stupid. I don't need a GI Joe set, but I'm like, it triggered memories of my
Yes.
childhood. But
Thank
no,
you
I
for
can't think
inviting
of
us.
anything. But it's funny because I just got a new microwave,
Okay.
Okay.
but I didn't go get it.
Okay. All right.
I do like going to Target though, and
That's
Walmart, and just
Yeah.
being out there late. I like late shopping.
Yeah.
Because
oh,
then people
yeah.
go, it's not you, is it? Oh, hell no. Fluffy would never be here. Fluffy got people.
How late does Target stay open?
The one by my house, 10.
Okay. Yeah. Does Walmart go all night?
They used to. I think
They
they still do. I think pre-COVID, they were all 20.
That's
hours.
the expert.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you would know.
So I'll tell you, I stay between here and Texas, and in Texas they have a place called Buc-ee's.
Yes.
we know Buc-ee's.
Okay, you know Buc-ee's.
We've
It's
been.
basically like 18 gas stations had sex with a Walmart.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe it. So
Really?
imagine
Yeah.
just an airport of gas stations together, just a rows like the whole as far as the eye can see.
really?
Just yeah. And then the place itself, they sell anything and everything. So if you
I
want to get
brought back
gas or
some
food,
Buc-ee's dog
clothes,
toys for Ryan.
ammunition, camo,
Yeah.
cowboy gear, they
Yeah.
sell pretty much everything there. So that's my go-to at night, and I'll go hit that at 1 a.m.
That's so fun. Now we know where to find you.
Yeah, no, that place that's like a nightclub for people over 40 for sure. It's like, let's go, man. Let's go get some taffy.
Yeah.
Get some taffy, some soda.
Oh my god.
Oh, we love you, Gabriel.
Thank you, Ellen.
Yeah.